Improve yourself 1% of every day. Set small, achievable goals, break down larger goals into tiny, manageable tasks you can complete daily. For example, instead of aiming to read a whole book in a day, commit to reading just a few pages. Small actions build momentum and prevent burnout. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Showing up each day, even with minimal effort, is more valuable than aiming for perfection. Consistency creates habits, and these small, repeated efforts make it easier to maintain steady progress. Reflect and adjust regularly. Take time to review your progress and see what's working or not. Adjust your approach if needed, allowing for a flexible, responsive path to improvement. Reflection ensures you're on track and keeps you motivated. Track progress. To build momentum, use a journal or app to track each day's accomplishments. Seeing daily progress, even if it's a tiny step, builds confidence and reinforces that you're moving forward. Embrace the compound effect. Remember that 1% improvements add up over time, creating exponential growth. Small, incremental gains can lead to remarkable progress as they compound, transforming your skills, habits, and mindset gradually but powerfully. Building 1% each day means staying patient, being persistent, and believing in the power of small wins over time. Setting small, achievable goals is a powerful approach to personal growth as it encourages steady, manageable progress without overwhelming you. Many people get excited about self-improvement and set large, ambitious goals, like completely overhauling their routine, mastering a new skill, or dramatically improving their physical fitness. While these big goals are inspiring, they can often feel daunting and can even lead to burnout or discouragement if progress isn't immediately visible. By breaking down these large ambitions into small, achievable goals, you create a pathway of tiny steps that are realistic and attainable, allowing you to experience small wins that build momentum and confidence. For instance, if your overall goal is to improve your physical fitness, setting the target to run 5 miles every day may not be feasible if you're just starting out. However, beginning with a goal to walk for 10 minutes a day or to do 5 minutes of stretching feels much more manageable and sets you up for a positive experience. The key is that small goals are within reach and don't require a massive change all at once. This minimizes resistance and increases the likelihood of actually sticking with the change. These smaller steps don't feel as overwhelming, and as they become part of your daily routine, you'll find it easier to increase the level of challenge. Over time, as each small step becomes more comfortable, you can build on it, gradually expanding your goals as you build confidence and capability. This incremental approach helps you develop a habit and a routine, making the goal feel much more sustainable. For example, once 10 minutes of walking feels natural, you can try 15 minutes, then 20, and slowly work your way up. Each success reinforces a sense of progress, making it easier to continue, and as you gain a series of small victories, you begin to see real improvement. Breaking down larger goals also offers the benefit of giving you frequent, immediate rewards. Each day, when you accomplish a small step, you experience a sense of achievement, which can be incredibly motivating. The human brain responds well to a sense of accomplishment, no matter how small, as it releases positive chemicals like dopamine. This makes the process of self-improvement enjoyable rather than feeling like a chore or an uphill battle. Additionally, by setting small goals, you gain a clear sense of direction, as you're always focusing on one manageable task at a time. This clarity prevents you from feeling lost or uncertain, which can happen when tackling big goals without a concrete plan. Ultimately, setting small, achievable goals encourages you to stay consistent, as they are far easier to complete and integrate into your daily routine. Over time, this approach compounds into significant progress and can transform your habits, skills, and mindset. By focusing on these smaller, digestible steps, you allow yourself to gradually improve without the pressure or stress of tackling massive challenges all at once. This approach to growth is not only effective but also sustainable, fostering a lifelong habit of self-improvement that feels positive and rewarding. Focusing on consistency rather than perfection is a key mindset shift that can make all the difference in achieving meaningful, lasting growth. While the idea of doing everything perfectly is tempting, it often leads to unrealistic expectations and discouragement when you inevitably fall short. Perfectionism can create a paralyzing effect where you become so focused on getting everything exactly right that you hesitate to start, or worse, give up entirely when you make a mistake. Consistency, on the other hand, encourages you to show up every day, putting in steady effort without the weight of needing each attempt to be flawless. When you prioritize consistency, you allow yourself to make gradual progress by focusing on doing your best on a regular basis. This approach fosters resilience because it acknowledges that mistakes, setbacks, and imperfections are part of the process. rather than seeing an off day as a failure. A consistency-focused mindset treats it as a natural, occasional occurrence that doesn't derail your overall progress. For instance, if your goal is to build a reading habit and you set a target of reading for 20 minutes each day, consistency means that even if you only read for 5 minutes on a busy day, you still made an effort to keep up the habit. In contrast, a perfectionist approach might dictate that reading less than 20 minutes means you failed, creating frustration and reducing motivation. One of the advantages of focusing on consistency is that it creates sustainable habits. When you prioritize showing up and doing a little each day, even if it's not your absolute best, you form a habit that is easier to maintain over time. This regularity builds a foundation of small, cumulative improvements that add up significantly. These steady efforts gradually compound, leading to substantial progress in the long term without the stress and anxiety that perfectionism can cause. Over time, consistency trains your mind and body to incorporate these small actions into your routine, making it feel like a natural part of your day rather than a burdensome obligation. Consistency also builds confidence because it allows you to see tangible progress. When you focus on putting in effort every day, you're able to look back and see a track record of your dedication, even if each individual effort wasn't perfect. This can be incredibly empowering as it shows that steady effort leads to real results. Small, imperfect actions are more effective than waiting to take one perfect action. For example, in learning a new skill like playing an instrument, practicing a little each day, even imperfectly, will lead to more progress than waiting for the perfect conditions to practice extensively only once in a while. Each session, no matter how short or flawed, moves you closer to mastery. By focusing on consistency, you also develop a growth mindset. This perspective values learning and improvement over getting things right the first time. When you approach tasks with a growth-oriented, consistency-based mindset, you embrace challenges as opportunities to learn rather than threats to your self-worth or competence. This shift makes you more resilient as it prepares you to face obstacles without losing motivation. Consistency teaches patience and reminds you that growth is a journey rather than a quick fix. You become more forgiving of yourself, understanding that each small effort, no matter how imperfect, contributes to your ultimate goal. In summary, focusing on consistency over perfection builds a stable foundation for personal growth. It emphasizes steady progress over time, acknowledging that setbacks and mistakes are part of the journey. This approach cultivates habits, builds confidence, and strengthens discipline, making it more likely that you'll achieve your goals and experience lasting improvements. Embracing consistency allows you to focus on the journey rather than obsessing over each individual step, ultimately leading to a healthier, more fulfilling path to self-improvement. Reflecting and adjusting regularly is an essential practice for personal growth, as it enables you to learn from your experiences, understand what's working, and make necessary changes along the way. Rather than following a rigid path, reflecting and adjusting allows you to adapt your approach based on real-time feedback, which is invaluable in ensuring you stay aligned with your goals and avoid getting stuck in ineffective habits or routines. This practice creates a dynamic and responsive approach to self-improvement, where you are consistently evaluating your progress and making adjustments to maximize your success and personal fulfillment. One of the key benefits of regular reflection is that it provides a space for self-awareness. Life can become busy and demanding, and without moments of pause, it's easy to lose sight of why you're working towards certain goals or whether those goals are still relevant to you. Reflection allows you to check in with yourself, examining your motivations, your emotional state, and any shifts in your values or priorities. For example, if you initially set a goal to exercise every morning but find that you're constantly feeling tired and unmotivated, reflecting on your experience might reveal that an evening workout fits better with your lifestyle and energy levels. This awareness enables you to make adjustments that better align with your current needs and circumstances, making it easier to stay committed. In addition to fostering self-awareness, reflecting regularly helps you recognize patterns in your behavior, both positive and negative. Often we're unaware of habits or tendencies that may be helping or hindering our progress. By reflecting on your actions and results, you gain insight into these patterns, allowing you to reinforce those that support your goals and address those that don't. For instance, if you notice that you're consistently more productive on days when you plan out your tasks the night before, you might make that a regular habit. Conversely, if you observe that you're often losing focus due to spending too much time on your phone, you can make adjustments like setting screen limits or designating no phone times. This conscious recognition of patterns makes your actions more intentional, helping you focus your energy where it has the most impact. Regular reflection also encourages a growth mindset, which is crucial for handling setbacks constructively. When you encounter challenges or failures, reflecting helps you see them as opportunities for learning rather than as reasons to give up. Instead of getting discouraged by a poor result, reflection allows you to ask, what can I learn from this, or how can I approach this differently next time? This perspective helps you to refine your strategies and become more resilient. For instance, if you're struggling with a project at work, taking time to reflect on what aspects were particularly challenging or where you might have needed more preparation can lead you to better strategies and perhaps even new skills. This growth-oriented approach transforms obstacles into stepping stones, continuously moving you forward. Adjusting your approach based on reflection is equally important. Reflecting alone, without action, limits your potential for real improvement. Making adjustments, whether small tweaks or significant changes, allows you to implement what you've learned and adapt to what's most effective. Adjustments might involve trying new methods, setting different priorities, or even reevaluating your ultimate goals. Flexibility is key here. Without it, you risk becoming too rigid and may overlook more efficient or enjoyable ways of reaching your objectives. For example, if you set a goal to meditate for 20 minutes every morning but find it difficult to focus, you might adjust by starting with just 5 minutes and gradually increasing the time as you become more comfortable. Such adjustments keep you engaged and reduce frustration, making it more likely that you'll stick with your goals over the long term. In addition, this practice improves your decision-making skills. By routinely reflecting on your choices and the outcomes they produced, you gain valuable insights that inform future decisions. Over time, you develop a better understanding of what works best for you, becoming more skilled at making choices that align with your goals and values. This enhanced decision-making ability not only supports your personal growth, but also benefits other areas of your life, such as relationships and career, as you become more confident and intentional in your actions. Finally, reflecting and adjusting regularly provides a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Each time you look back and see how far you've come or how much you've learned, it reinforces the value of the effort you've put in. This practice helps you appreciate your progress and gives you a sense of ownership over your growth journey. Even small adjustments made from thoughtful reflection can lead to meaningful progress, reminding you that every effort counts. In essence, reflecting and adjusting regularly keeps you actively engaged in your journey of self-improvement. It's a practice that fosters self-awareness, encourages a growth mindset, enhances resilience, and ensures that your actions are continuously aligned with your evolving goals and values. By embracing this process, you create a flexible and responsive approach to personal growth that adapts to new challenges, celebrates progress, and consistently moves you forward. Tracking progress is an incredibly powerful tool for building momentum on the journey of self-improvement. When you commit to any long-term goal or personal growth objective, the results are often slow to reveal themselves, which can sometimes make it difficult to stay motivated. By tracking your progress, however, you gain a tangible, visual representation of your efforts, which serves as a reminder that you are indeed moving forward, even if the progress seems small on a day-to-day basis. Tracking your journey allows you to see a clear trajectory of growth, which builds motivation and reinforces the habit of continuous improvement. One of the main benefits of tracking progress is that it provides a sense of accomplishment with every step, no matter how small. When you set large goals, the finish line can feel distant and difficult to reach. Breaking down these goals into smaller, trackable milestones gives you the satisfaction of achieving wins along the way, which keeps you motivated and prevents burnout. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, tracking each increase in distance or each improvement in speed shows you how far you've come, even if you're months away from completing a full marathon. This sense of accomplishment with each milestone helps maintain your enthusiasm and commitment, as it reassures you that you are steadily moving closer to your ultimate goal. Tracking also helps you build self-discipline and accountability. When you have a system in place to log your progress, whether it's through a journal, an app, or even a simple checklist, it serves as a reminder to show up and put in the work every day. This consistency reinforces your commitment to your goal. For example, if you're working on developing a writing habit, tracking the number of words you write each day or the amount of time you spend on writing can encourage you to stay on track, as it builds a record of dedication. Knowing that you've been consistent and seeing your streak of daily effort can serve as a powerful motivator to continue, as you don't want to break that chain of progress you've worked so hard to build. Furthermore, tracking your progress allows you to make more informed adjustments. When you can see where you've excelled and where you may have fallen short, it gives you data to work with, which makes it easier to adapt and improve your strategy. This is especially valuable because sometimes our perceptions of our progress can be distorted without a record. We may underestimate our achievements or feel frustrated over perceived failures. For instance, if you're trying to improve your physical fitness, tracking not only your exercise sessions but also details like energy levels, sleep, and nutrition can reveal patterns that help you adjust your routine. You might notice, for example, that you have more energy on days when you get at least 7 hours of sleep, which could lead you to prioritize better rest. By seeing these trends over time, you're empowered to make smarter decisions that optimize your path forward. In addition to helping you make adjustments, tracking progress builds a sense of momentum, which is critical for maintaining long-term motivation. Momentum is essentially the feeling that you're moving forward and gaining speed in your progress. Each time you mark a small win, it boosts your confidence and motivation to keep going, creating a positive feedback loop. This momentum can help carry you through challenging days when motivation alone might not be enough to keep you going. For instance, if you're learning a new language, tracking your daily practice sessions, vocabulary growth, or even small achievements like understanding a new phrase can keep you excited and engaged. Over time, as you look back and see how far you've come, you'll likely find that your confidence has grown and you feel a stronger desire to continue progressing. Moreover, tracking your progress keeps your goals top of mind, which enhances focus and intention. When you record your efforts regularly, it acts as a gentle reminder of what you're working toward and why. This reminder helps you stay aligned with your purpose. Even when life gets busy or distractions arise, it's easy to let goals slip into the background when they aren't consistently monitored, but tracking keeps them in clear view. For instance, if you're working on a financial goal like saving a certain amount of money, tracking your savings and seeing it grow over time reinforces the importance of making mindful spending choices. Each time you update your progress, it brings your goal to the forefront, making it easier to stay focused on your priorities. Another powerful aspect of tracking is that it helps you develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is based on the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and persistence. By tracking small steps and improvements, you begin to see how your efforts lead to progress, which reinforces the belief that you can achieve more with consistent effort. This mindset makes you more resilient in the face of challenges, as you're less likely to view setbacks as failures and more likely to see them as part of the learning process. For example, if you're working on public speaking and track each time you speak in front of others, you can note improvements in confidence or clarity over time. Even if you have a less than perfect experience, tracking allows you to see it as one step in a larger journey rather than a reflection of your overall ability. Tracking your progress can also be a form of celebration and self-acknowledgement. Achieving a goal, even in small increments, deserves recognition. By documenting these milestones, you're able to celebrate every step forward, which builds positive reinforcement for your efforts. Celebrating your progress doesn't necessarily mean large rewards. It can be as simple as taking a moment to appreciate the effort you've put in or sharing your achievement with someone supportive. These moments of acknowledgement can be energizing and motivating, reminding you that the effort is worthwhile and that you're capable of growth and improvement. Finally, tracking progress gives you a record of your journey, which can be inspiring to reflect on. Looking back on your efforts over weeks, months, or even years can be incredibly motivating, as it reveals the story of your dedication, perseverance, and resilience. This record serves as a powerful testament to your ability to work towards something meaningful. It can remind you of what you're capable of, reinforcing your belief in yourself and motivating you to pursue even bigger goals in the future. Whether it's a journal filled with entries, a graph of progress over time, or a simple checklist, having a physical or digital representation of your journey makes your growth tangible, creating a lasting source of inspiration and pride. In summary, tracking progress is essential for building momentum, maintaining motivation, and making informed adjustments on the path to personal growth. It provides a sense of accomplishment, enhances self-discipline, and creates a record of achievements that boost confidence. By reflecting on each step forward and adjusting as needed, tracking transforms the journey of self-improvement into a dynamic, fulfilling, and empowering experience. Embracing the compound effect is one of the most transformative approaches to achieving lasting personal growth. The compound effect is the principle that small, consistent actions taken over time accumulate to create significant results. This idea shows that success isn't about making one massive change or putting in one extraordinary effort. Rather, it's about making small, positive choices each day and allowing them to build upon each other over time. By consistently investing a little effort in key areas of life, you start to experience a gradual improvement that eventually leads to substantial and often exponential growth. Embracing the compound effect requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to small daily actions that align with your larger goals. One of the most powerful aspects of the compound effect is that it shifts the focus from instant results to sustainable growth. In a world that often promotes quick fixes and immediate gratification, the compound effect serves as a reminder that real, lasting change takes time. When you understand and accept this, you're more likely to stick with small habits even when the results aren't immediately visible. For instance, if you start saving a small percentage of your income each month, you may not notice a big difference in your bank account right away. However, over time, as the savings accumulate and potentially earn interest, you begin to see a substantial nest egg forming. Similarly, practicing a skill for just 10 minutes each day might not show visible results within a week, but over months and years, that consistent practice can lead to mastery. This long-term perspective encourages you to keep putting in the effort, knowing that each small action is moving you closer to your goals. The compound effect also demonstrates the impact of positive habits. Small, seemingly insignificant actions like choosing to read for 15 minutes a day, exercising a few times a week, or practicing gratitude may not feel impactful in isolation. However, when these actions are repeated consistently over months or years, they create a positive shift in your knowledge, health, and mindset. Positive habits compound over time, not only leading to their own direct results, but also influencing other areas of your life. For example, establishing a habit of regular exercise can lead to better physical health, which in turn improves mental health, increases energy levels, and even enhances productivity. These interconnected benefits underscore how small habits can lead to a ripple effect of positive changes that multiply over time. The compound effect also works as a powerful tool for developing discipline and resilience. When you commit to taking small steps toward a goal, you cultivate the discipline needed to maintain consistency even on days when motivation is low. This discipline becomes a skill in itself, making it easier to stick to other goals and responsibilities. For example, if you set a goal to wake up 10 minutes earlier each day to have quiet time for meditation, over time, that small commitment strengthens your ability to stick to other routines like getting to bed earlier, managing time more effectively, or prioritizing your health. This resilience to maintain habits, even when progress isn't immediately apparent, builds mental toughness and a sense of control over your actions, empowering you to tackle bigger challenges. Another key aspect of the compound effect is that it not only applies to positive actions but also to negative ones. Small, repeated negative habits compound just as powerfully, often leading to outcomes that people only notice once they've become substantial. For instance, neglecting to exercise or eating unhealthy foods occasionally may not seem harmful at first, but over time these choices accumulate, potentially resulting in weight gain, health issues, or low energy. Likewise, procrastination on small tasks might seem harmless in the moment, but consistently putting things off can lead to increased stress, missed opportunities, and lower performance. Understanding the compound effect helps bring awareness to the impact of seemingly minor choices, encouraging you to replace negative habits with positive ones to avoid compounding negative results. The compound effect also highlights the importance of consistency, as sporadic effort does not yield the same results. The principle shows that while significant, irregular efforts might produce temporary results, it's the small, consistent actions that lead to enduring success. For instance, cramming for an exam might help you pass a test, but studying a little each day builds true understanding and retention over time. Similarly, an intense, short-term diet may lead to quick weight loss, but adopting healthier eating habits creates sustainable changes that support long-term health. Consistency allows each small effort to build upon the last, forming a stable foundation for growth. When you make a daily commitment to your goals, each action supports the next, creating a steady upward trajectory. One of the most motivating aspects of the compound effect is the exponential growth it brings. In the early stages, the progress may seem slow, even frustratingly so, as it can feel like the effort you're putting in is yielding minimal results. However, the compound effect eventually reaches a tipping point where the accumulation of all the small actions and improvements starts to become visible and even accelerates. It's similar to the way compound interest works in investing. Initially, the growth seems slow, but as time passes, the value increases rapidly as the gains start to build on one another. For example, learning a new language may feel daunting and slow in the beginning, but as vocabulary and grammar knowledge build, fluency and comprehension start to develop faster. Recognizing this potential for exponential growth can keep you motivated through the initial phases, knowing that each small step brings you closer to reaching that tipping point. Additionally, embracing the compound effect allows you to make lasting lifestyle changes rather than temporary fixes. Many people approach self-improvement with an all-or-nothing mentality, attempting drastic changes that are hard to maintain. By focusing on small, manageable changes, the compound effect makes growth more accessible and sustainable. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight, you can focus on one small improvement at a time. For example, if you want to improve your nutrition, you might start by adding one serving of vegetables to your meals each day, rather than attempting a complete diet overhaul. Over time, these small adjustments become part of your routine, making it easier to introduce further improvements without overwhelming yourself. This gradual, sustainable approach helps create a lifestyle of ongoing growth rather than temporary effort followed by regression. The compound effect also reinforces the importance of setting meaningful goals and intentions. Since every small action compounds, it's essential to make sure that your efforts are aligned with what you truly value and aim to achieve. This principle encourages you to be mindful about where you direct your time and energy, ensuring that each small step is bringing you closer to something genuinely worthwhile. If you're working toward financial independence, for example, understanding the compound effect can help you prioritize saving and investing wisely rather than spending impulsively. Knowing that each small financial decision compounds over time helps you stay focused on your long-term goal, building financial security through a series of intentional, consistent choices. Ultimately, embracing the compound effect means trusting in the process of gradual growth and understanding that the small choices you make each day are powerful. It requires patience, as you may not see significant changes immediately, but it rewards you with steady, meaningful progress that compounds into remarkable results. The compound effect is a reminder that you have control over the direction of your life through the seemingly minor choices you make every day. By choosing to invest in small, positive habits, staying consistent, and remaining focused on long-term goals, you set yourself on a path to transformative growth. Embracing the compound effect is not just about achieving specific goals, but about creating a lifestyle of purposeful, consistent improvement that brings long-term fulfillment and success.